All right. Week number something of being a full-time artist, and we are doing it. The social media stuff has really eaten the majority of my time. I don't write or draw nearly as much as I would like to, but like I am getting more into writing and drawing as I get a little bit better at the social media, which is cool. Like eventually, hopefully, social media will become the secondary thing and the writing and the drawing will become the most important thing. I am lucky that I have a lot of, I guess, content ready because I have so many drawings that I've like never posted before. But even those will run dry eventually, probably pretty soon. So I need to start cranking more stuff out, and I still need to be working on book 2, which I actively am. You know, all 15 of my fans, they're waiting for book 2, so I got to get it to them. But no, it's going. The social media stuff is, we are figuring it out. And I think that something that's kind of become obvious to me in the past couple weeks is, specifically in the like short form sphere of content, there seems to be like a severe aversion to sincerity that I don't really understand, which has been really, really weird to see. Like, perhaps that's just like an algorithmic bias towards like my profile or my Instagram account or Shorts account. I don't really know, but like I've attempted to like clear it and just approach it with intentionality, because you know that's how I've been getting good at social media, or that's how I've been trying to learn about social media. I think that that's probably the most practical way to go about it. You know, if you want to get good at art, you consume, like you look at art, or if you want to get good at writing, you read. And so I figure the best way for me to get good at social media is go to like the little search page and like search art and see what people are doing, or search writing and see what people are doing that are making their stuff really pop off. And the art page is a little bit less insufferable, if I'm being completely honest. The art page is mostly just like people doing 10 to 15 second reveals of their art, which is, you know, like that, like I can do that, I guess. It's not really the best way that I'm not super excited about presenting my art in that way, but I also don't like really care. Like the way I would present my art is just a stagnant picture. It's like, ooh, cool, here's my art. And I know that that's not super engaging. So like, fine, I'll do the little things where I like turn my piece. Like I can do that. That's fine. It doesn't really make me want to hate myself. But the author stuff, if I wasn't an artist, I'm not gonna lie, I have no clue how I would promote this book. I really don't. It seems so undignified, and that's like that might be a really ungenerous thing to say about some of the people that are in the space, because like I know that they're just trying to promote their books, and like they're doing the same thing that I'm doing, and that's, you know, you're doing it any way that you can. And I'm lucky that like I've cultivated this skill, and I can like kind of trick people into thinking that I'm a good writer because I'm a good artist. So it's like, hey, which is like, again, ultimately that is my plan here. It's like, hey, I'm really good at art, so like maybe my book's good too. Give it a chance. But since I've been like scrolling, like what I'll do is I will sit down for 10 to 15 minutes, you know, every like a couple times a day, just really because I can't stand to do it any longer than 10 or 15 minutes. And I will sit down and I will scroll, and I will just pick a platform, typically not TikTok, because TikTok's not my favorite, but every once in a while I'll do it. And I'll sit down with a notepad and I'll just put tally marks for each video that I see. And what I'm typically doing is I am trying to label each video that I come across with a single word that speaks to its intent. So I scroll through and I see a video, and if I can identify in one word what this video is intending to do, I will put it in each box. I should have had my notepad here to talk about this, but I wasn't really planning on talking about this. But so like I'll scroll past a video, and it'll be, you know, okay, this video is clearly meant to amuse me. I'll scroll past a video, and this one is clearly meant to rage bait me or inform me or whatever. And I don't really know what I'm looking for there, but so many of them, it's just meant to be like amusement. Like that just seems to be the thing that most people attempt to, that's the thing that they're trying to provoke in their viewer is amusement. And it's something that I don't know. That's not really what I'm trying to do here. And it seems like like my books aren't particularly amusing. They're not meant to be like cozy. They're not meant to like it is a story about brotherhood. It's supposed to evoke something, but it's not really amusement. And it makes me wonder if all of these authors, is that just like, is that what their material is supposed to evoke from their reader? Because if so, it's appropriate. If so, then sure, I guess that makes sense. But like, if you bypass all of like the dark romantasy stuff, which is like no hate on any specific genre, that's just the bulk of what most authors, at least indie authors, seem to be publishing these days. But like once you get past all that, you still have authors that are like writing presumably about like war and death and perhaps like some deeper things, but they still, in the marketing of said material, they have a tendency to like err towards amusement. And I guess, I don't know, I'm just not, I don't quite understand it. I guess that's just it. I don't quite understand it. Maybe that's just like what people respond to most. And if that's the case, then maybe I'm kind of screwed, because like I'm not really going to orient it in that way. But I'm also not going to like start calling out other creators that I don't agree with, because like that's not what I want to do. I don't want this. The videos that I post, I don't even know what feeling I'm trying to evoke from people. Maybe interest. I'm trying to generate interest in my novel. Like I think that's probably an apt description of what I'm attempting to do here. And perhaps that's not super engaging just inherently. I don't know. But like I definitely don't want to evoke rage in someone, which is like, I know that's like like a lot of people are like, hey, just have like a bunch of hot takes. And like I guess I could do that, but like I'm not really trying to promote my opinion on other people's world. I'm trying to promote my own work. And like I could go on the internet and talk about, I don't know, let's use a lukewarm take, like Game of Thrones season 8. Like I'm sure like I could maybe get and then I get a bunch of people commenting like, yes, you're so right, or no, you're so wrong. But like that's not really my goal. And I think that that's okay. But I think that I am setting a philosophical ceiling on my success on social media, and that's a little bit deflating. And I don't know. There's a little, there's just a rant about something. Yeah, I mean, but and like that, I don't mean like for that to come off on like a negative note. I'm happy that I'm doing this, and like presumably I'm at like the lowest point of influence and notoriety that I will have right this second. Like tomorrow, maybe one more person will have followed me and will take interest in my world, and it's just consistency. I think that that's the best advice that just about all of these people are saying, is like, you need to be consistent. And that tracks with everything else I've ever done, like with working out, with sports, with writing, and with drawing. Like everything, you've had to have some consistency. So why should social media be any different? And like, if you're lifting and you're like lifting every single day, but you're lifting very poorly, then you're not going to get, much stronger. And I assume that social media is the same way. It's just that like, I'm not certain that the objectively correct way to succeed on social media is a dignified pursuit, which puts us in a little bit of a philosophical conundrum that I'm still dealing with. And that's it. I don't know. That's it. Y'all know the drill. This is just me talking. I really do enjoy making these videos, so I'm gonna keep making them. You can read my novel, and it's the links in my bio, Linktree. You can sipofgrit.com. I'll probably link it in the description of this video. But other than that, that's the video. Thanks, guys. Go team.